What's up, guys? I'm BTC. At BlizzCon, they just announced the brand new Hero 29. It is the leader of the Deadlock Rebels, Ashe. At BlizzCon, we got two new videos for Overwatch. The first was the McCree animation, second was the new Hero 29 trailer. So we got introduced to a couple of new characters. Ashe, who is the leader of the Deadlock Rebels, Bob, who is kind of like the number 2 of the Deadlock Rebels, and a new female Omnic called Echo. That was what was actually inside the payload. I thought it was going to be some sort of nuclear reactor or something like that, but it's actually a female Omnic that works with Overwatch. During the animation, I don't think anyone actually said the name of the character, but Jeff Kaplan said her name is Echo, and that she's going to be introduced pretty soon, so she might actually end up being Hero 30 or 31. But we're going to talk about Hero 29, which is Ashe. Right now, she is not on the PTR, so I can't give you any exact numbers, but as soon as they update it, I'll go through, test everything, and give you guys a full breakdown on how everything works. So for right now, let's just go through the basics. She is a damage dealer. It says Ashe quickly fires her rifle from the hip or uses her weapon's aim down sights to line up a high damage shot. Essentially, it's a scoped version, although the scope part of it is fairly weak compared to like Ana or Widowmaker, at least from what it seems. Like the zoom in isn't that good. She blasts enemies by throwing dynamite, and her coach gun packs enough punch to put some distance between her and her foes. Apparently she can also use it to kind of like rocket jump herself up. And Ashe is not alone. She can call on her Omnic ally Bob to join the fray when the need arises. So let's go through each individual thing. The Viper, which is her main weapon. Ashe's semi-automatic rifle fires quick shots, or she can use her aim down the sights for a more damaging precise shot. The Dynamite, Ashe throws an explosive that detonates after a short delay or immediately when shot. So that's kind of an interesting mechanic right there. You can actually detonate it early by attacking it yourself. The explosion from Dynamite also lights enemies on fire, dealing damage over time. So this is one of the few abilities in the game that actually now has a full damage over time to it, not something really quick like Ana's attack. And then the coach gun, Ashe blasts enemies in front of her, knocking them away and propelling herself backward for added mobility. Again, this can also be used to launch herself high in the air. And then Bob is her ultimate. Ashe summons her trusted Omnic sidekick Bob, who charges forward and knocks enemies into the air, then lays down suppressing fire with his arm cannons. Jeff Kaplan said that this character has a fairly high skill requirement, and just looking at the abilities, that definitely seems to be true. All hit scan characters have a higher than normal skill requirement simply because you have to have really good accuracy in order to be effective with them. But Ashe also has quite a bit of mobility from that coach gun, being able to launch yourself into the air, push enemies away. You also can early detonate your TNT by actually shooting it, so it's not like a Junkrat remote mine where you simply, press the button and it just detonates. With this, you actually have to attack it, so you have to have good enough aim to hit it while it's traveling through the air. Now, I don't know if it's going to have any particular anti-armor abilities. They did show it being used on tank characters or characters with armor. I don't know if it's going to do extra damage like Torbjorn's new Molten Core ultimate does, but at a minimum, this ability does have a damage over time, which is going to kind of negate some of the healing that you might get. So something like a Lucio or a Brigitte, or I'm talking about the aura healing here, not the direct repair pack, and then of course Zenyatta, it's going to cancel out a lot of that healing just because it's constantly doing that extra damage over time. And then her ultimate looks really interesting. It's going to completely clear out an area, and then Bob just starts attacking everything, kind of like a turret would. Now, I'm willing to bet that they can attack and destroy Bob if they focus fire enough on him, or maybe rather than getting destroyed, he's simply going to jump out sooner, but I'm almost certain that he is going to be something that you can attack and that you can destroy in order to end the ultimate early. As soon as they update the PTR, I'll go and test out all of the damage, distance, cooldowns, all that sort of stuff. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. What do you guys think of the brand new character Ashe? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.